Yep.
Okay, this is the island of Hawaii, or the Big Island.
Mm-hmm.
It's built by 5 volcanoes. We are a different kind of island because having 5 volcanoes, we're also basaltic. We're not like California where there's plate tectonics and the eruptions down there. Here it's strictly magma coming up from the earth into the volcano. There are 5 volcanoes. You came into Kona Airport?
Yep.
Okay.
That's also known as a hot
Came to
spot
Hilo
sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hilo Airport. Yeah.
The oldest volcano is Kohala, up here. The last, and it's old enough, already old enough to have a lot of runoff from the rains washing out of the mountain. The last eruption here was about 60,000 years ago.
Oh.
It's pretty old, but it's not inconceivable it could erupt again because it's still on the hot spot with the whole island. But chances of it erupting are slim. But being like this, you never know. But it's been a while. There are some cinecones up here from the last eruption, but a long time ago. The next one, and one of the bigger volcanoes, is Mauna Kea. Mauna Kea means white mountain because it often has snow, and you can go skiing up here. Here in Hawaii, we go.
Oh,
we
yeah.
don't ski. He skis, I think. But
We just had some guys that were extreme athletes from Red Bull go up there and ski down the mountain with no snow. And it's causing a lot of controversy. Like all the people from UH Hilo, the Oha people, everybody are really mad about it. The interesting thing about it is the Hawaiians had this ancient tradition of holua sledding. And so they would basically do the same exact thing that those guys were doing, and they would compete and people would die doing it. It was like a big, crazy event they would do during their Hawaiian Makahiki Olympics. And anyway, it's interesting that the current day Hawaiians are like, that's disrespecting our mountain, and the old Hawaiians would be like, what the heck are those things you riding on your feet? That would be amazing. Right? More or less.
it's different. When I go up there and play in the snow, I use cardboard to sled in the snow.
Yeah.
I don't have a real ski sled or a snow sled.
Most Hawaiians used snow, like wave boogie boards.
Okay.
The last eruption here is about 4,000 years ago, which is really young in geologic time. And Mauna Kea during the last ice age had four large glaciers up here, and they can date the eruption basically because some of the lava flows cover part of the glacial moraines and the debris from the glaciers. Mauna Kea has no crater or caldera like Mauna Loa and Kilauea does. It's here, but it's buried by cinder as it's moving off the hotspot. And what I mean by moving is the whole island's moving northward about 3 inches a year off the hotspot.
Oh.
So things will eventually here will die as we get further and further away. But Mauna Kea is considered dormant. 4,000 years is nothing in time. 2 years ago, they drilled over here on this side of the mountain looking for water. And they went 7,000 feet into the volcano at an angle and hit boiling water.
Oh my God.
So
Okay.
it shows, it's not bad, but it shows that
It's hot.
It is
It's
still
Yeah,
hot.
hot.
it's still hot.
and the day will come that Mauna Kea will erupt again, which will be disaster for probably for the telescopes up here.
Probably not in our lifetime. Maybe.
Never know. I mean, we'd like to see it erupt at any time, but it
We're
hasn't.
down for a volcano to go any day.
So it's a big volcano. It's almost 14,000 feet tall, and another 18,000 feet to the ocean floor, and even deeper as it's sinking into the earth. The next volcano is Hualalai, which is by Kona. Come on, a little bit. Sorry, no, it's right there. Hualalai means protector because it protects Kona from the Mauna Loa flows. The lava goes around it. The last eruption here was 1801 down here by the airport. If you came into Kona Airport, the lava flow, the runway is built on that lava flow.
Oh.
It also has no caldera or crater up here, just a lot of pit craters and cinder cones. The volcano is only 8,000 feet tall, but the dangerous thing about this volcano is very steep, and it will erupt again someday because it's only been a couple hundred years. But it's so steep that if it erupts on this side of the rift zone here, the lava will get to Kona or Kailua within about 2 hours, and that'll be disaster.
Okay.
The day will come it's going to happen. I mean, the volcanoes are young, geologically speaking, and it's just a matter of time before it erupts. Now, these 3 volcanoes have no heat signatures. There's no steam, there's no sulfur coming out, there's no evidence of any heat from infrared flying,
No thermals at all.
and nothing. It's just cold. But it is there. In 1938, they thought it would erupt out here in this area. there were a lot of earthquakes, and I think there was an intrusion of lava or magma, but it didn't come out. And then it's been quiet ever since. The big mountain, Mauna Loa. Mauna Loa means long mountain. It's the largest mountain in the world and the largest volcano in the world. And it's really huge, actually. You look on the map, we're just a drop in the bucket, but when you're here, and after the sun comes up, you'll see, if it's clear, how big, from this side of the island, how big Mauna Loa is. It's huge.
Massive.
It's 10,000 cubic miles of mass from sea level up to the top, which is a lot. It does have a caldera, Mokuo Whale Whale, which also has snow. The last eruption was 1984. Pardon me. Down here. This flow, Mauna Loa has two rift zones, the northeast rift and the southwest rift. Either rift can erupt, besides the crater at the summit. In 1984, it erupted up here in the rift zone, and the lava flow came down and got as far as here on the way to Hilo. And that's just a matter of time. Had this eruption, had this lava flow not kept breaking its levees on the sides, and lava kept draining off the main river, the flow would have come down into Hilo and into Hilo Harbor. And again, that's just a matter of time. It's going to happen because it's a young volcano and it puts out a lot of lava. So
This was the volcano which erupted last year, I suppose, right?
no, Kilauea erupted this last year.
Oh, this one. Okay, okay,
The one we're on.
okay,
Mauna Loa is 1984.
okay.
Now they can erupt at the same time. In 1984, both Kilauea and Mauna Loa went off at the same time. But they're separate volcanoes. Each volcano here is separate. It has its own plumbing system. It has its own reservoir, a magma chamber, and its own source of lava coming up.
So you were saying if this erupts, it would take 2 hours to reach Kona, right?
In theory.
Yeah. But how would you notify? How would they notify people to evacuate?
Before it
from
erupts,
there?
there'll be earthquakes and all kinds of things will be happening.
Wayne County Civil Defense will start blaring alarms. They go door to door and knock on people's houses. Like when it just happened in Lower Puna, it basically turned into martial law. They kicked everybody out of their own land. They said, if you stay here, we're gonna arrest you.
Oh.
So it was pretty easy for them to get everybody out. They just acted like big bullies.
There'll be plenty of warning wherever it erupts here, of earthquakes and tremor from the magma moving and just maybe some cracking. But the bad thing about Kona is it's so steep. It'll be the Kailua in just a matter of hours. It'll be a disaster.
The only one that is kind of like assumed that could be a really bad situation if the wrong thing happened is right down here at South Point, Hawaii. Not too long ago, this area right in here was like the largest subdivision in the United States of America, and probably, I think, on the planet at one point. And if the south rift of Mauna Loa decided to start and then just really quickly move and migrate down here and open up in the middle of Ocean View and go to the water, everybody in there could be dead if it happened at, 1 in the morning?
It'd be fast.
It'd be real quick.
And they've been warned. There was a meeting here last year, 2 years ago, of the subdivision, and a lot of the people that showed up, and by civil defense, and they were told, Mauna Loa is slowly coming to life. There are earthquakes. The volcano is swelling. Every day it's swelling a little bit more. But the scientists, it's so big, the volcano, they don't know how much swelling it takes of the magma coming up before it erupts.
Erupts, yeah.
But there will be tremor, there will be earthquakes as it starts to get active.
100%.
So they've been told